Okay, so are you ready to like dive deep into some seriously like mind-bending stuff today?
Always.
Okay, good. Because we're talking AI and fairness, which is a pretty heady topic.
It is a huge one, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a mind-bender to imagine.
Yeah.
But what if artificial intelligence could actually like explain fairness to us humans
Wow.
and even design a fair system for the world?
That's a big one.
I know, right? Like, could algorithms really hold the key to a more just future?
It's a really interesting thought.
So we're going to unpack an excerpt from AI, Fairness, and the Future of Humanity.
Very
See
good.
what we can find out.
Love it.
So
Yeah.
how would an AI even begin to tackle something as complex as fairness?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Right?
I think AI would probably approach it as a logical puzzle to solve, like an optimization problem to be solved with data.
Right.
No emotions or subjective opinions involved.
Right.
Just pure logic and data.
So just totally data-driven.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it would establish like a set of core principles to define fairness from its perspective.
So like almost like a fairness checklist.
Yeah, exactly, like a fairness checklist.
Okay, I'm super curious. Let's hear these AI-approved fairness principles.
Okay, so the first principle is equitable resource distribution.
Equitable resource distribution.
Yeah, so imagine everyone getting what they truly need, not just whatever they can grab.
Okay.
This AI wouldn't just divide things equally. It would actually take into account individual needs
Got it.
for essentials like food, healthcare, education, making sure everyone has like a foundation for a decent life.
It's like instead of just giving everyone an equal slice of pizza, we make sure everyone's actually fed first.
That's a great analogy. I like that.
What else is on AI's fairness checklist?
Okay, so next up is impartial decision-making.
Impartial decision-making.
Think about loan approvals.
Okay.
Right now, there's a lot of concern about algorithms perpetuating bias against certain groups. But this AI, if programmed correctly, could analyze data to make loan decisions solely on factors like creditworthiness.
Oh.
You know, removing human biases from the equation.
Wow, there'll be a huge change.
Right.
No more worrying about whether your name or zip code is influencing your chances of getting a loan.
Exactly.
Okay, what other fairness principles would this AI prioritize?
Another key one is maximizing well-being.
Maximizing well-being.
Yeah, and that means making sure everyone in society benefits, not just a select few. Think about healthcare, for example.
Okay.
An AI focused on well-being could analyze data to identify communities with limited access to care, and then allocate resources more effectively to those areas, potentially improving health outcomes for everyone.
So instead of healthcare being a privilege, this AI could help make it more of a right.
Precisely.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
It is.
What else is on this AI's fairness agenda?
So respect for agency is a big one.
Respect for agency.
Yeah, this means acknowledging everyone's right to make their own choices.
Okay.
This AI wouldn't be about controlling people.
Got it.
But rather about empowering them with information and resources so they can make informed decisions.
So even in this AI-designed world, we'd still get to call the shots on our own lives.
Yeah, you would have the data to support your decisions.
Okay. I like it. What's the final principle?
The last one is systemic balance.
Systemic balance.
AI wouldn't just focus on individual actions.
Okay.
It would look at the bigger picture.
Got it.
Think about things like environmental regulations.
Okay.
This AI could analyze data to ensure policies are fair and sustainable, considering not just immediate needs, but also the long-term impact on the planet and future generations.
So it's not just about fairness for individuals, but fairness for the whole system.
Exactly, yeah, the whole system.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
Right.
Okay, so we've got the AI's fairness principles all laid out.
We do.
But why should we humans actually care about this?
Right.
What's in it for us?
That's the big question.
We just dove deep into those AI fairness principles,
Yeah.
which are fascinating on their own.
For sure.
But now I'm like itching to know how this hypothetical AI would actually go about creating a fairer world, like in action.
Yeah.
What would its blueprint look like?
So I think, first and foremost,
Okay.
this AI would tap into its greatest strength, which is data.
Okay.
We're talking like data-driven decision-making on a whole new level.
Okay.
Imagine policies being constantly like evaluated and adjusted based on real-time data, ensuring that like resources are flowing where they're truly needed.
So picture this. Instead of relying on like guesswork or outdated statistics.
Right.
The AI is like this super-powered analyst constantly crunching numbers to make sure things are running like as fairly and efficiently as possible.
Oh, 100%.
So it's not just collecting data.
Right.
It's also using it to like constantly optimize things.
Exactly, yeah, and it wouldn't be some mysterious black box operation either. One of the key elements of this AI system is algorithmic transparency.
Okay, so no more secret algorithms making decisions behind closed doors.
Exactly, like the AI's decision-making process would be open for everyone to see and understand.
Got it.
Allowing for like true accountability.
That transparency is key, especially if these algorithms are making decisions that impact our lives.
Right.
But wouldn't that be incredibly complex? How could the average person possibly understand how these like advanced algorithms work?
That's where good design comes in.
Okay.
The AI wouldn't just spit out a bunch of code.
Right.
It would present information in a way that's understandable and accessible to everyone.
Okay.
I think like clear visualizations, simplified explanations, maybe even interactive simulations.
I like it.
The goal is to empower people to engage with the decision-making process, not to mystify them with technical jargon.
So it's not just about making the algorithms transparent, but also about making them understandable.
Yes.
To everyday people.
100%.
That makes a lot of sense, but who would actually be in control?
Yeah.
Would this AI just like take over and make all the decisions?
No, not at all.
Okay.
That's where collaborative governance comes into play.
Okay.
This AI isn't meant to be a dictator.
Right.
It's designed to work with humans.
Okay.
Providing us with data and insights to make more informed decisions.
Okay.
Ultimately, humans would still hold the reins.
So it's more like a partnership with the AI providing the brain power and humans providing the values and direction.
Precisely. And this whole system would be designed with adaptive and iterative design in mind.
Okay.
Fairness isn't like a static concept, right?
Right.
As society evolves, so too should our systems.
Makes sense.
This AI would constantly learn and adapt to address like new challenges and ensure fairness remains at the core of its operations.
It's like the AI is constantly running A/B tests on society.
Yeah.
Tweaking things to find the most like effective and equitable solutions. Okay, I'm starting to get the bigger picture.
Good.
But let's like zoom in.
Okay.
Where would this fair system actually make a real-world difference?
Right.
Give me some concrete examples.
Okay, so take education, for instance.
Okay.
This AI could personalize learning for every student, tailoring educational programs to their unique learning styles and needs.
Okay.
No more one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
Every child would have the opportunity to reach their full potential, regardless of their background or circumstances.
It's like having a custom-designed education plan for every student.
Exactly.
Crafted by an AI that understands their strengths, weaknesses, and individual learning styles.
Exactly.
I can see how that could be incredibly powerful.
It would be transformative.
Yeah, and AI could also bridge those persistent gaps in access to quality education.
For sure.
Imagine students in remote villages having access to the same world-class learning opportunities as students in major cities, all thanks to AI-powered online platforms. And personalized learning tools.
It would democratize education.
Yeah, it's like leveling the playing field for education regardless of where you live.
Exactly.
Or what resources you have access to.
100%.
That would be a game changer for so many kids.
Absolutely. And it's not just education that would benefit.
What else?
Healthcare is another prime example.
Okay.
Imagine an AI that analyzes your health data to identify potential risks.
Okay.
And recommend preventative care before issues even arise.
So instead of waiting until we're sick to seek treatment, this AI could help us stay healthy in the first place.
Exactly. It's all about prevention.
That's pretty amazing, but wouldn't that require a massive amount of data?
It would, but with the advances in data privacy and security, this AI could access and analyze anonymized health data to identify patterns and trends without compromising individual privacy. This could lead to early detection of diseases, personalized treatment plans, and potentially even breakthroughs in medical research.
Okay, I can see how this AI could revolutionize healthcare.
It could.
What other areas could it impact?
Let's talk about our legal system.
Okay.
Right now, there's a lot of concern about bias in policing sentencing and parole decisions.
Right.
This AI could help address these concerns by analyzing vast amounts of data to identify patterns of bias.
Got it.
And recommend changes to policies and procedures.
So the AI could be a tool for promoting fairness and reducing bias.
Exactly.
In the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
I could see how that would be a huge step towards a more just society.
It would be a major step.
And AI could also play a role in optimizing social safety nets.
Absolutely.
It could help ensure that resources are allocated to those who truly need them.
Right.
While minimizing fraud and abuse.
Exactly.
That makes sense instead of relying on a cumbersome and often inefficient bureaucracy.
Right.
This AI could streamline the process, ensuring that help gets to those who need it most.
Precisely. And let's not forget about the economy.
Oh, yeah, the economy.
AI could help create fairer markets.
Okay.
By promoting competition, preventing monopolies, and ensuring a living wage for all workers.
Okay.
It could analyze economic data to identify and address imbalances in resource distribution.
Got it.
Promoting sustainable and equitable development.
So this AI isn't just about addressing social issues.
Right.
It's about reshaping our entire economic system.
Yeah.
To be more fair and sustainable. That's a bold vision.
It is a bold vision, but I think it's an important one to consider.
It is, and it extends beyond the human realm. Think about our relationship with nature.
Right.
This AI could analyze environmental data to optimize resource usage.
Yeah.
Reduce pollution and protect biodiversity.
Exactly.
It could help us live in greater harmony with our planet, ensuring a healthier future for generations to come.
That's the ultimate goal, right?
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
This AI sounds like it could be a real game changer.
It does have that potential.
But with all this talk about its potential, I have to ask, wouldn't there be risks involved in handing so much power to algorithms?
Of course.
How can we be sure that this AI-designed system would truly work for humanity, not against it?
That's a great question.
Right.
And one that's essential to address if we're going to consider implementing any of these ideas.
Okay.
We need to carefully consider the potential downsides.
Right.
And safeguards needed to ensure responsible AI development.
Okay.
That's something we can explore in more detail in the final part of our deep dive.
So welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring this fascinating idea of AI designing a fair system for the world.
Right.
And we've seen those utopian possibilities like personalized education, a bias-free justice system, even a more sustainable relationship with the planet.
For sure.
But now it's time to get real about the risks.
It is important to consider the potential downsides. Yeah.
What if things go wrong?
Yeah.
What if this AI, even with like the best intentions, ends up creating more problems than it solves?
Yeah, it's a valid concern.
That's the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night.
I understand.
So how do we ensure that this like hypothetical AI system actually benefits humanity and doesn't turn into some dystopian nightmare?
Well, I think it all comes down to control. You know, we're talking about AI as a tool, a very powerful tool, but still ultimately wielded by humans. It's not about surrendering our autonomy to algorithms. It's about using AI to enhance our own decision-making.
So it's not about letting the AI call the shots, but about using it to make smarter, more informed decisions ourselves.
Exactly. And our source material highlights 3 essential considerations to ensure this AI system stays aligned with human values and goals.
Okay, I'm all ears. What are these safeguards?
So first, we need to make sure human values are explicitly programmed into AI's algorithms. It's not enough to just focus on cold, hard logic. We need to instill the AI with principles like compassion, empathy, and justice.
So it's like teaching the AI to think like a morally upright human.
Yeah.
Not just a super efficient calculator.
That's a good way to put it. And these values wouldn't be arbitrarily chosen. They'd be derived from a deep understanding of philosophical and ethical traditions from across diverse cultures.
It's like giving the AI a crash course in human ethics, drawing wisdom from the best of what humanity has to offer.
Precisely. But programming values is only the first step. We also need democratic oversight. Humans need to retain ultimate control over how this AI is used, setting clear boundaries and ensuring it aligns with our societal goals.
So think of it like checks and balances with humans acting as the final decision makers. Guiding the AI's actions and making sure it doesn't veer off course.
Exactly. We would need robust regulations, ethical frameworks, and constant monitoring to keep the AI in check. And this brings us to the 3rd essential consideration. Risk mitigation.
Okay, let's talk about those risks. What are the things that could go wrong even with the best intentions? Give me the worst case scenarios.
Well, one major concern is unintended consequences.
Okay.
Even with carefully designed algorithms,
Right.
the AI could make decisions that seem logical in theory,
Yeah.
but have unforeseen negative impacts in the real world.
Okay.
It's like that old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah, so how do we prevent the AI from accidentally leading us down that road?
That's where rigorous testing, ongoing monitoring, and built-in safeguards become crucial.
Okay.
We need mechanisms to quickly identify and correct any unintended consequences, ensuring the AI's actions stay aligned with our goals.
It's like having an emergency brake we can pull if the AI starts heading in the wrong direction.
Exactly. What other risks do we need to be aware of?
I mean, are there any others that we should be thinking about?
Well, another big one is bias.
Good. Bias.
Remember, AI learns from the data it's fed. If that data reflects existing societal biases, the AI could end up perpetuating those inequalities, even if it's not explicitly programmed to do so.
So it's like the old computer science adage, garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
If we train the AI on biased data, it will spit out biased results. How do we address this?
Data diversity is key. We need to make sure the AI is trained on data sets that represent the full spectrum of human experiences and perspectives.
Okay.
This helps minimize the risk of bias and ensures the AI develops a more nuanced and inclusive understanding of the world.
It's like creating a balanced diet for the AI, feeding it a diverse range of information to help it grow into a responsible and fair-minded decision maker.
Precisely, and we can't forget about the potential for malicious use.
Oh, right.
Just like any powerful technology, AI could be exploited for harmful purposes if it falls into the wrong hands.
Okay, now we're getting into some seriously scary territory. We're talking about scenarios like AI being used to manipulate people, spread misinformation, or even develop autonomous weapons systems, right?
Those are all valid concerns that we need to address. Proactively robust security measures, ethical guidelines, and international cooperation will be crucial to prevent AI from being weaponized or used for nefarious purposes.
It's a sobering reminder that even with the best intentions, powerful technology always comes with risks. So where does this leave us? What's the takeaway for us, non-AI humans, trying to navigate this increasingly complex world?
I think the key takeaway is that AI, even in its most advanced theoretical form, isn't a magical solution to all our problems.
Okay.
It's a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how we use it.
It's a reminder that technology is only as good as the intentions and values of the people who wield it.
Exactly. And that brings us to a final, thought-provoking question for you, our listeners.
Okay, hit me.
If you were tasked with programming this AI with human values, what principles would you prioritize? What aspects of fairness do you think are most crucial for AI to address?
That's a great question to ponder. And I think this deep dive has given us a glimpse into a future where AI could play a transformative role in shaping a more just world.
It could.
But ultimately, the responsibility lies with us humans to guide its development and ensure it serves the greater good.
It does.
So stay curious, listeners.
Please do.
This is just the beginning of the conversation. Who knows what the future holds?
This is DigitView.